A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to Officers Adda 24/7, the special YouTube series of your LRAB subject. The time is very less, so that's why we have just launching a new batch of revision which is going to be start from 11 February. Don't miss that opportunity because this time the time will never come. You know na, in 2023 your whole syllabus, not whole syllabus but some part of the syllabus of your JAIIB exam is going to be changed. So that's why this 2022 year is very crucial. Don't take any risk or don't miss the opportunity. Okay, so just grab this opportunity and learn something new thing in this batch and just take a quick glance in this revision batch. So this revision batch is very important. You can easily revise your all the 3 subject of JAIIB exam and plus also take this 3000 plus MCQ batch in which you can easily gain this 1000 questions of AFB, 1000 questions of LRAB and 1000 questions of your this one PPB subject. Okay, so that's why this session or course is very important for the quick revision of your JAIIB exam. Okay, now those aspirant who are new in this session, so you know from 14 February this new batch is going to be start. The timing will be 7 AM to 8:30 AM of your LRAB subject, which is going to be start from 14 Feb. PPB subject from 7 PM to 8:30 PM and AFB subject from 9 PM to 10:30 PM. So it's a very new batch, foundation batch with a very energetic content will be there in the presentation. So those aspirant who are new and they are targeting the May-June session, so this batch will be really give them benefit. Okay, now today we are going to cover the important section of your Recovery of Death and Bankruptcy Act 1993. You know, from today in 7:30 PM session we are just going to launch a new quick revision batch of 20 days in which you can easily revise the whole content of your LRAB in 20 days. Okay, so that's why I have just taken this, you know, in 7:30 PM session I am just taking this class of this important contents of your DRT Act. But today I have just take this act in this session so that in 7:30 session we will just start a new and a fresh session of the quick revision of your LRAB subject. Okay, so first of all I will just quickly revise the content of yesterday's matter and a new content of today matter. Okay, so now today we are going to discuss the important section of your Recovery of Death and Bankruptcy Act 1993. What this act say? Simply, suppose A is the person, this is bank and financial institution. So when the bank has given the 10 lakh rupees to a person, so in that case a person is giving security to the bank and financial institution. Now suppose if a person is not able to give this 10 lakh rupees, so in that case this bank and financial institution have a power to just shift this case to this DRT, and after DRT DRAT is the particular way. Okay, so this thing that is totally comes under the Recovery of Death and Bankruptcy Act 1993. Okay, this is a simple procedure. Now its name is Recovery of Death and Bankruptcy Act. What is say? The act to provide for the establishment of tribunal for expeditious adjudication and recovery of debt due to the banks and this Ministry of Finance, Department Finance Service. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the important act of DRT and DRAT also, because yesterday we have done the DRT, so there is a very quick revision of DRT, then after that we will do the important discussion of the DRAT. Okay, so those who are fresher in this session is very important for them also. Okay, now same. What is appellant tribunal? Appellant tribunal means simply that is DRAT. What is bank? Bank means banking company, corresponding new bank, State Bank of India, subsidiary bank, regional rural bank and the multi-state cooperative bank. Half marks number can be come in the definition of bank also. What is banking company? Banking company which is defined in Clause 6, Clause 5C of the banking regulation. What is chairperson? Chairpersons, that's come under DRAT. Okay, chairperson. Presiding officer, that is given in section 4. What is property? There are 4 points which is given in the definition of the term property. Okay, so if any question can come in this definition portion, so these are the question, because these are the important concept or the important sections of your DRT Act. Okay, now recovery officer comes under the DRT. Okay, he is the other officer. Presiding officer and other officer is recovery officer. RRB definition, secured creditor, what is given? That is totally given in the particular act. Secured creditor, that what we have read in the Surface Act, that is a secured creditor. Okay, now establishment of tribunal and appellant tribunal. So first of all we will revise the tribunal and then we will go further to the appellant tribunal. Okay, both are important thing. The first one, tribunal, section 3 say the DRT, the establishment of the DRT. Okay, now next one, composition. This tribunal consists one person will be called as the presiding officer. That's it. Okay, the head of the DRT will be presiding officer. Okay, so in DRT, presiding officer will be the officer. Next one, qualification. The qualification must be, he must be qualified as the district judge. Okay, it's about the presiding officer. Term, 4 year and 65 year is the tenure of the presiding officer. Yesterday I have also shown you the particular document. Okay, you can also see in the 7:30 p.m. session of yesterday class, I have shown you the authenticate document in which it is written that the terms of office of presiding officer. Okay, 4 and 65 year. Next, staff of the tribunal, so it's contain the recovery officer also. Done. Now, establishment. Now, this is the new session of this topic. Establishment of the appellant tribunal. Okay, and if you have any doubt regarding the DRT, you can easily ask in a comment box, because in this act we have to read only about the DRT and DRAT. That's it. Okay, now what is DRAT? Section 8 talk about the DRAT. So DRAT is the appellant tribunal. Appellant tribunal of what? Appellant tribunal of the DRT. So see, the state government shall by notification establish one or more appellant tribunal, which is known as death recovery appellant tribunal. Please say this sentence. Okay. Now, next one. Establishment, section 8 is there. Composition of this. So the appellant tribunal shall consist of the one person only, which will be referred as the chairperson of the appellant tribunal. So you can say that this is DRT, this is DRAT. Okay, DRT, presiding officer will be the highest authority, and in DRAT the chairperson will be the highest authority. Okay, the tenure we have discussed 4 year or 65, and today we will discuss the tenure of chairperson also, that is 4 year or 70 years. That's changed in 2020. Okay, that's why this is very, very important. Now, next one, qualification for appointment as a chairperson. So it's about the qualification. In DRT, the qualification is should be district judge. Now, what is the qualification of DRT? I will discuss here. Now, see, is or has been qualified to be the judge of the High Court. That is the first qualification. Or means either High Court judge. Next, has been member of the Indian Legal Service and has held a post of grade 1 of that service at least 3 years. This is the second point. Got it? Next, held office as the presiding officer of the tribunal at least 3 years. So, the person who want to become the chairperson of appellant tribunal, he must have to qualified either A, B and C. Please read this, all the 3 points of qualification of appointment of the chairperson. Okay. So that's why this DRT session is very, very important. If I talk about the this act. So it's contained in this DRT acts contained in module C. Okay, and module D and module C, that is totally based on your this act. Okay, act means important section, which I have just shown you in this slide. So that's why this qualification for appointment, these 3 points you must have to remember. Okay, now terms of the office. See, the chairperson of an appellant tribunal shall hold the office for a term 4 years on the date in which he entered upon the office, or until he attained the age of 70 years, whichever is earlier. These important sections are very important one. Why I am saying, see, those who are fresher in this session, this topic will be really help you. Why? Because we have already done the important section of your module A, in which we have done the Reserve Bank of India and Banking Regulation Act. Okay, just see all the session of important acts. It will be really help you. It will really help you, because law without section is nothing. And we are doing the module D, in which we have done, and today module C, because DRT contained in module C, and in module D we have done with the Contract Act, Partnership, and your SOGA Act, that is Sales of Good Act. So kindly revise all the section of these act. Your half marks and 1 marks question generally come from this module C and your module D. So that's why please keep revising your important sections, which is very important. Okay, so this is the terms of the office. Next, resignation and removal. This is very important, how to resign and removal of these person. Now see, the presiding officer of a tribunal or the chairperson of the appellant tribunal may, by notice in writing under his hand addressed to the central government, resign his office. This is important. So presiding officer, chairperson, notice in writing and address to the central government. In this way you can just note down these sentence and paragraph. This is the way I always used to say in your legal subject, that how to make a one-liner. Okay, so if I am just already done the 7 to 8 acts, so you have to at least write the important sections of each act, so that when you revise it, you will be enjoy. Okay, this is the first line of this. Okay, provided that the presiding officer of a tribunal or the chairperson of the appellant tribunal shall, unless he is permitted by central government to relinquish his office sooner, continue to hold office until the expiry of 3 months from the date of receipt of such notice, or until person duly appointed as successor enter upon his office, or until the expiry of the term of office. It means that there are various ways in which the presiding officer and chairperson can be removed. The first one, if they all both give notice to the central government, then they can easily remove from the office. Second one, they should be continue to hold the office until the expiry of 3 months from the date of receipt of such notice. This is the one way. Second, till the successor, they have to sit. And the next one, until the expiry of the term of the office. Exactly. Okay. Now, the presiding officer of the tribunal or the chairperson of the appellant tribunal shall not remove his office except by an order made by the central government on the ground proved of misbehavior and incapacity. This is important. This paragraph is very important about the resignation and removal of presiding officer and chairperson. So when central government can remove, if the evidence comes before them that the misbehavior and incapacity after inquiry, then only central government can remove the presiding officer or the chairperson of this person. Okay, that is clear. Next, in case the presiding officer of the tribunal made by a judge of High Court, in case of chairperson of appellant made by the judge of Supreme Court, in which the presiding officer of the tribunal or chairperson of this, the presiding officer concerned has been confirmed on the charge against him and given a reasonable opportunity of being heard. It means this sentence, it's about second one. When the central government is going to remove the chairperson and this, so that should be the particular points that have to be fulfilled. In case of presiding officer, judge of the High Court will be there. In the case of chairperson appellant, Supreme Court judge, and natural justice should be followed to them also. Natural justice means the chairperson and presiding officer should have to give the this one, a reasonable opportunity to just say about something about their self. Okay, in this case. Now, the central government may by rules regulate the procedure for the investigation of behavior on incapacity of the presiding officer of the tribunal and this. Okay, it means the central government is the soul of both the party, presiding and the appellant. Next, what is the jurisdiction, power, authority of the tribunal? Now see, the tribunal shall exercise on from the appointment day the jurisdiction power this decided from the bank and financial institution for recovery of debt due to the this and this. Okay, an appellant tribunal shall exercise on for the appointed day the jurisdiction power entertain appeals against any order deemed to be made by the tribunal. It means whatever the jurisdiction power authority is made under this act, so the tribunal have the same power and the appellant tribunal have the same power which is written in the act. It means they do not have to go beyond the act. They have to do work. The whatever jurisdiction that is mentioned in the act, they have to do that jurisdiction. Whatever power is mentioned, they have to work under that power. If they exceed the jurisdiction, if they exceed the power, then it will be called as the ultra vires. Okay, that is beyond the power. Got it? Appeal to the appellant tribunal. This is important. Save as provided in this, the person aggrieved by the order made tribunal this may appeal. As you know that what its first paragraph say, DRT may appeal to the DRAT. Means if the DRT had given the decision and the parties are not satisfied, so they have an opportunity to just approach to the DRT. Okay, now see, no appeal shall lie to the appellant tribunal from an order made by the tribunal with the consent of the parties. Okay, the no appeal shall lie to the appellant tribunal from the order made by the tribunal with the consent of the party. Now, what is important? See, third point is very important. Every appeal under section this filed within the period of 30 days from the date on which the copy of order made and deemed to have been made by the tribunal is received by him. It is simply from DRT to DRAT. 30 days is the appeal day. 30 days. Before it was 45 days, but now in 2016 it's come in this 30 days. Okay. Now see, provided means exception. The appellant tribunal may entertain an appeal after the expiry of said period of 30 days if it is satisfied that there was a sufficient cause. It means they can extend, but with the they should have the sufficient reason. Otherwise, 30 days appeal should be made to the DRAT. See, on receipt of appeal under subsection 1, the appellant tribunal may, after giving the parties to the appeal an opportunity of being heard, pass such order as he think fit. That's it. Copy should be given to the every order that is parties to the appeal and the concerned tribunal. That is simple. This is important. The appeal filed before the appellant tribunal under subsection 1 shall be dealt with expeditiously as possible, made disposal of the appeal within the 6 months. So this is important. Disposal of appeal should be completed within the 6 months. So this point is important. 30 days appeal, 6-month time period. That within 6 months they have to dispose of the case. That's it. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Hope so you have learned about the DRT and DRAT, their important sections, their important terms. Okay, now this is a new bilingual batch. एक न्यू बाइलिंगुअल बैच शुरू हो रहा है 15 फैब से, जिसका टाइमिंग आप लोगों का 7:30 PM to 9 PM PBB का है। देन LRAB का 9 PM to 10 PM 7 मार्च से शुरू हो रहा है। एंड AFB का 1 अप्रैल से 9 PM to 10:30 PM है। So those aspirant who are new in this session, only you have to use the code Y391, and if you are targeting May-June session, so this batch will be really give you benefit. Okay, this is the bilingual batch, and this is the new English medium batch which is going to be start from 7 February. Okay, no, it's the 14 February. Okay, the batch is going to be start from 14 February. The timing will be 7:30 AM to 8:30 AM, 14 Feb, PPB 28 Feb, and AFB 7 March. So this is your timing of your new English medium batch. How to purchase it, I'm just going to tell you how you can easily purchase this batch. Okay, so first of all you have to go to the Adda site. Okay, you have to go to the Adda site, as you can easily see, and just scroll. Click on JAIIB. Click on JAIIB. Okay, now if you want to purchase English medium batch, first of all, see, this is the English medium batch. First of all, in this batch you can get 54 mock paper, 82 ebooks, 130-hour classes. You can see also the study plan of all the 3 classes. Okay, if you want to purchase, click on view offer. Okay, and just apply the coupon code Y391. Click on apply, and you can see 77% discount is going on. So this is a very nominal price you have to pay for that session. And you know, this batch is going to be finished from, the starting is February. I think at the April end, the batch will be finished. So you have a sufficient time to revise your syllabus. Okay, so in that, by applying the coupon code Y391, you can easily get the 77% discount. Okay, and one new thing I just want to say you, this is JAIIB ka Mahapack. You know na, this is the first foundation batch. Then in March we will just start the target batch. Then after that, revision batch, question series, 3000 plus question series, everything. So within 6 months we will do everything. Okay, so for that thing, what you have to do, this is JAIIB ka Mahapack. Its validity is of 6 months. So within 6 months you can easily get all this thing. The crash course, foundation batch, test series, unlimited, etc. You can see this numerical batch, case study batch, crash course batch, everything. So if you purchase JAIIB ka Mahapack, its validity is 6 months. So whatever courses, ebooks, test series come in 6 months, everything will be available to you. So for this thing, you have to apply the coupon code Y391, and you can see the 77% discount. It means within 6 months, you do not need to require to spend money in all the courses. Simply purchase this JAIIB ka Mahapack, in which you can get the discount of sharp 77%. And nothing you have to purchase, because you know na, in 2023, your JAIIB exam is going to be changed. LRAB subject is gone. The new subject is coming, and that new subject is little bit difficult. So that's why LRAB subject is very easy, because I'm an advocate. What I say, law is nothing but a common sense. So in your LRAB subject also, whatever subject is contained in your LRAB, every act is, you know, a very basic law, a very common sense law. So that's why it's an opportunity to grab it and to crack the JAIIB exam in 2022. And after that, May-June session, just make a target to crack this CAIIB also. Okay, so that's all for today's class. If you have any doubt regarding the section which I'm just teaching you in the session, you can easily ask in a comment box. And don't forget to like and subscribe this session daily.